The Zone Coverage Podcast Network.
The Andy Lucanary Football Machine.
Autobots, transform! I like this kind of party!
Straight cash, homie.
Starts now.
We're live. Welcome back to Thunderdome for another Zone Coverage Football Machine on the Zone Coverage Podcasto Networko. I'm your not host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine, and I have equity. More equity than Jerry Colangelo's 6-burner account. More equity than Roseanne.
Oh.
More equity than Demarius Randall if LeBron and the Cavs pulled this thing off.
I mean, he's just not going to do it.
Yeah, which is so weak.
It's not like a contractual obligation.
He's literally the Michael Scott of,
what he
of
like
the league
like
right now.
yesterday. So evidently, Darren Rovell said it's the most retweeted tweet like ever or something
by an NFL player.
Oh, by an NFL player, sure. But like at some point yesterday, like, and now it's even worse. It would have cost him 2.5 times his contract for him to fulfill it with the cheapest official jersey.
What if he secretly has just like a
warehouse
of his own jerseys? He's got like 1.5 million of them. Like he just got a little overzealous. He's like, I'm going to move units, son. I'm going to push weight. That's what I'm doing.
I don't know what he expected to happen.
I don't know.
Like
2 people retweet him. Like Mark Tauscher and Mark Chmura. That's it. Yeah. Deep Packers fans, Packer player references. I'm rooting for the
that deep.
I'm rooting for the Cavs. Well, Tauscher. I mean, come on. I'm rooting for the Cavs to win.
Wait, Cavs or LeBron?
Well, LeBron and.
So what do you mean by
Yes.
that? You like LeBron, don't like his team.
I'm rooting for LeBron and the
you like
2001
his team?
Sixers.
Okay.
Which is basically what he has. Tyrone Hill, Eric Snow coming.
Hey,
down.
he likes his team. He was all in defense of him. On ESPN.
I'm still a Warriors guy, man. But mostly when Steph has the ball.
Why? Like
It's hard to look at the Warriors.
Because 26-foot threes are amazing.
they're fun. He's revolutionized the game. There's no.
He's revolutionized the game, and you just said it before you cut yourself off. They're fun. Wow! I'm cheering for the fun team.
Yeah, but you're also cheering for the team who has 4 like all-stars type players and
Yes,
stuff.
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not very fun, man.
What?
It's fun to watch Steph play, but it's like it's those.
It'd be
But no,
crazy.
if you watch those games, like it's fun when they're like going back and forth and like 3, and then
I'm with you.
They are way less fun this year. I agree.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you watch enough Warriors games, you get to the point where it's just like this game's not fun anymore because it's like okay, yeah, they're gonna go on like a 15 point.
Yeah, that's
run,
because your frame of reference entering a Warriors game is wrong. It should not be who's going to win. That's a dumb way. Like, I want a competitive, close game. That's reasonable for a sports fan to want, so I understand why that would be your frame of reference. But no, you should be going at it like it's a Harlem Globetrotters game and look for the spectacle.
So what about
fun.
What about the flip side of that? LeBron plays 48 minutes a night.
I know, right?
Into Game 7.
Also great. If it wasn't the Warriors, I would be cheering for LeBron. Oh my God, he is so fun to watch. What a great way to watch
So
basketball.
you're just cheering for the Warriors just because they're fun to watch.
Yeah, but I've attached myself to the Warriors, so there's a small bit of attachment.
There's
to
also
it.
no
But
guarantee
yes.
that
You know Minnesota has a team, though, right?
Yeah, they're my favorite team. I cheer for the Wolves the most.
The Minnesota Tibbs.
Yeah.
God.
man.
But the Warriors. The thing about
Like
the
if
Warriors
the Wolves
too,
are playing the Warriors, I'm cheering for the Wolves,
so there's that.
even
People
though it sucks.
Didn't we go to that game last year?
Yeah, and they won.
I remember we saw Ben Lieber. He was indignant over the wait time on some chicken fingers. Actually,
What?
No, that was me. That was me and Thompson. Yeah, we were walking around the rotunda, and
No way.
Ben Lieber was up there. He was like pissed off waiting for some chicken tenders.
No
He really was. Yeah.
I mean, how
is
long do you have to wait
amazing.
before it's like a reasonable thing to be pissed off about?
Do you know who I am? Well,
You know who I was?
Is it like pregame or is it like during the game?
No, it was. All right, so second quarter, me and Eric were getting a beer, and here's what I surmised. Here's what I put together.
Oh, you confused me and Eric?
Yeah, weird. Who does
They
that?
both wear hats. So I bet you it was for Lieber's kid. And then, like, the kid was bugging him. So he's like, Daddy, give me some chicken fingers. Like, I'm watching the game. It's like, oh, no, go get it. Then it was taking a while, so then adds the perturbedness.
That is such a father take.
Yeah, I could see all of that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
Yeah. This is the Ben Lieber show, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I just. Oof.
All right, so
It's Yinka's fault.
smooth segue. So Ben Lieber
I'll
was
take
on the field
responsibility for that.
for the 2009 NFC title game, and that was that made a lot of Vikings fans cry. So I actually put it out there, and I want to postulate to you guys.
That flag
too.
was not his fault.
It's okay. When was the last time sports made you cry? Now it could be good.
Oh god, we got so many depressing responses.
Could be
to this.
happy, could be sad. I want to run through these.
Some are insanely heavy.
Okay.
Give you guys a second to think about your answer, but Yinka, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I think a similar question this week was like posed. Maybe it was late last week or whatever the case is, and my answer was the Blair Walsh missed field goal.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, even Arif
Understandable.
was angry at me. He's like, Yinka, there's so much worse scenarios. And I'm like, okay, first of all, y'all can answer the way you want to, but for me, the reason why it sucked even more is
We just established this. You watch sports wrong, so
no.
Let him finish.
So
Why?
not only was it like my birthday, it was like my 25th birthday, and I was like contemplating should I go or not,
yeah, the
whatever
big
the case.
2-5.
But
Damn, you're old.
it was right. But it was like freezing cold out, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it through that game. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I saw everyone around. They had like the little cardboard on the thing.
I was
and,
at the game too, man. I didn't cry. Also, it was too cold to cry.
It was very, very cold.
Too cold to cry. New album.
I remember I remember walking upstairs and like having to take my shoes and socks off and like rub my feet because it was in so much pain.
Wow.
So then once I was able to get it equalized and stuff, I'm like, okay, I can go back to the game. And then we started to go, and then that missed field goal, and that was it. It
make
sucked.
it seem like there was momentum in that game. And there decidedly was not.
No, but like once Teddy made those two passes, there was a guy behind. I'll never forget. The guy behind me was just like, "Ha ha, Seattle, you guys suck." And I remember turning to him. I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude!" Like I was so tense. I'm like, "Just shut up." And then like we
Have
go.
you been to a Vikings game before?
Right.
man?
I have.
People are not always the most intelligent with their opinions.
I know.
Good sir, please keep your discourse to a low.
But no, like after that missed field goal, I was just like that was. It was that as at that moment, where I was just like, okay, this doesn't affect me that much anymore. You know?
So I think the answer for me has to be 98. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that's the age that.
yeah, right, because it's the age,
Yep.
and also now, which I'm sure none of this will surprise any of you. I just get angry instead of sad.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
I'm
definitely true.
Same age, like I think 7th grade-ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Really getting into football. First year, I really got emotionally into it.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
exactly.
Moss.
Right.
Such a magical, fun year. It's so fun when you're winning and killing all these teams. And dude, I didn't talk to any. I don't think I talked for like 2 days. Like
Right?
Monday and Tuesday, just at school, I cannot believe what happened. I was just so into it. I was so sure we were going to go to the Super Bowl and how much happiness that brought everybody around it. I mean, you couldn't turn on the radio station. I don't know, KDWB or whatever was hot back then.
Right.
And they were talking about the Vikes, dude. Yeah. Everybody. It was so fun. Every Star Tribune, Pioneer Press. 2 days straight, didn't say anything to anybody.
So mine is a little bit off the board, and I had to think about this really hard because I'm not much of a crier, don't really get too emotional. But mine was, do you remember the basketball player Lauren Hill?
Yes.
Who? So she was a high school player. She was really good.
Oh, yeah.
She had a brain tumor.
Right.
And she lived long enough to play for a college team,
yeah.
Mount St. Joseph.
I remember that.
I think I remember that was
When I saw that clip on ESPN, got a little dusty.
Yeah, that's
Not gonna
fair.
lie.
That's totally
Not
fair.
gonna lie. Yeah. But some of the listeners' responses at Skull Skis, what's up, Eli? Sports make me cry basically monthly. What? Not much else makes me sad cry. I happy cry a lot, though.
This is such a Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Happy
No,
cry.
that was good to see. He
Yeah.
turned it around. It was a happy cry.
Yeah.
Which you didn't specify when you asked.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. I like keeping things
I would
ambiguous.
I would probably happy cry if the Vikings won the Super Bowl.
I would for sure.
Well, I know you would.
Shed one single tear.
You wear your heart in your sleeve, man.
that glory
Can you
tear.
imagine Jerry?
Oh, yeah.
Jerry.
I'm calm compared to Jerry.
Jerry probably gets a heart attack right after.
One
it
single
happens.
tear, and then the Rudy Slow clap.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
From my guy.
The hell,
What
Luke?
is going on, dude?
Can you guys hear that? I can't hear anything. I told you, dude. I can't hear anything, dude. This is my juice. I've been juicing lately. I'm down 6.5.
from,
Appreciate your support.
At my guy Kirby Coach, happy cry was a Minneapolis Miracle.
Right.
Sad cry, Blair Walsh. When he got cut from the Seahawks. Logan's dad, 34, Minneapolis Miracle. Hope Arch, Gary Anderson, 98. We had 3 Favre, Skull Huskers, Rusty Gear, Bauman, 34. Yeah, that was pretty typical. Man, like...
I think the saddest I felt was when Teddy lost his leg.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it was such a sad day.
But yeah, it was like, but it definitely wasn't like I wasn't crying. I was just like I was just like staring
and
at
that was at
TweetDeck.
the beginning of the season, right before the season was about to start, and you got all that excitement, and coming off another Zim year, early in the Zim era, and you were just so sure he was going to be so good. And yeah, that was disheartening because it wasn't one moment of losing one game; it was our season shattered.
Yeah,
And
I don't
it
know.
was just tough to
I don't
cope
know
with
if I.
that,
I don't
yeah.
know if I got to the point. Like it really sucked, but I don't know if I got to the point where I'm like I might cry.
Yeah, Yankee cares more about games than people. I get it.
I do.
DJ?
I do.
From at FF Dude Know It All, USA versus Belgium 1-2 2014 FIFA World Cup highlights.
Yeah,
That's the right way to say it.
That's a good. I mean, Howard put in his last good performance, but B, it's such an insanely good performance, and the rest of the team just couldn't live up to it.
Actually, the FIFA is a deep cut because Gary, the Sports Center anchor, like Gary something, there's like B-roll audio of him trying to do like soccer highlights, and he's called it FIFA, and like the governing birdie is like he like swears and stuff, like he has a full-on Berman meltdown.
Was it?
It's very deep.
Was it 2014 or 2010 where like
Gary Miller,
the men's national team or whatever, we had like we could have had a goal, but they called like either offsides
Yeah, that
or something on a penalty or something on Altidore, I think it was at the time. You remember that?
Altidore was not 2010.
Okay, so 2014 when it
maybe.
looked like we were doing really well, and then
Must have been 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a hard game.
All right, a couple more. At J Cops 18, first game of the 2010 NFL season when the Vikings lost the rematch to the Aints. What?
Yeah, I saw that too. The rematch.
Oh yeah, I
doesn't
saw
seem
that.
as-
I was like, it was like week
That was
one.
that sucked.
Yeah, that was
I
like
don't, I don't know if I'd put that on my
It was
top
like,
10
wow,
list of
we're
like
Going
worst.
to be pretty bad
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Not fun.
J Cops bet like the house he didn't have, and the Lone Sharks are coming. Caller, who we got? Caller,
Computer
hey,
might be still connecting. There we go.
hola.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Yo.
who we got?
Andrew.
Andrew.
What up, Andrew?
Oh, hey, Andrew Roth. Calls from Movers. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much. What's
Just crying.
Yeah, we're talking about stuff that makes us sad.
yeah? What? When was the last time sports made you eject fluid from your tear ducts?
Sounds fucked up.
Why would you say it like that?
That's the technical term.
Man, I gotta say, 38-7 was pretty rough. That was not that
pretty
long
bad.
ago.
That's the most recent.
There's
yeah, that
nothing
was
worse
rough.
than drunk sad cry.
The whole time, the whole game.
Well, and the worst thing about that was for me, like I had my daughter. She was all dressed up in her Vikings gear. I was like hyped. I thought we were gonna win, and then just flop. It was bad.
But it's okay.
Well,
Don't-
I mean, the first drive was pretty good.
Oh, that got me so amped.
It was. It was.
We looked so easy. It was so easy too.
Yeah.
Just marched up and down, and then boom, quick red zone shot to Rudy, 7-0. Easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's easier said than done to beat Nick Foles. Let's just say that.
that was the high water.
Yeah.
It's weird. That was the high water mark of Keenum's career, and he plays in Denver now. Elevation humor. Andrew, what's on your mind, man?
Hey, wondering. So first, a little bit off topic, but I'll bring it back around in a second. I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite summertime cookout side dish?
Summertime cookout side dish. Well, summertime reminds me of a lot of barbecue, so I usually think coleslaw. The last 5 years, I've gotten really into coleslaw. Potato salad's kind of up there. Has to be really good. Besides that, maybe mac and cheese again. If
What
you're still
about
on the
mac and
barbecue?
cheese?
The coleslaw answer
I-
does not surprise me.
I don't know if this is the right answer, but here's a good one from left field. Hawaiian rolls. King's Hawaiian rolls.
Oh, good
Never
call.
bad.
Good call.
Never a bad option.
I'm a huge baked bean guy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love me some baked beans.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
nice with some ribs or
Yes.
corn or something. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I'm gonna say ribs.
It's not.
That's not a side.
It's a side dish in my house. Not
Ribs
just
on
kidding.
ribs.
I don't
Ribs.
I'm full on like plain Jane ELCA Minnesotan. Like, give me some macaroni salad. I don't care. And just go out and win the day. Andrew, how about you?
I'm really partial to potato salad.
Yeah.
But I don't like the real like mayo heavy, like drenched in it kind of potato salad. I like it, a little bit lighter, maybe a little skin on red potato kind of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the classic old school potato salad. Are you a white or yellow guy? You like the mustard in there or no?
Wow, that's not making
Well,
sense.
no, I'm
I know what I
white
was gonna say.
personally. Not sure how that's relevant, but
I'm white.
BHIT.
White. I read it in a book.
yeah, I like a little mustard in my potato salad. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great euphemism.
Yep.
Like you pull up,
right,
for
all
a
right.
hooker, you roll down the window of the Honda
I
Odyssey.
have a follow up,
Yep, go ahead.
which is
Go ahead.
So assuming that
Fight to the
Kirk
left.
Cousins is your sort of main off-season dish for the Vikings,
Ah.
what's your
All
favorite
right.
side dish? What's your favorite secondary?
Sheldon?
addition?
Sheldon
Oh,
Richardson.
come on,
for sure.
man.
Yeah, Sheldon Richardson.
Can I answer
for sure.
this?
Well, I
Drafting
think,
the kicker.
Well,
Drafting the kicker.
Unless
you might like
fajitas.
Hughes. You might like O'Neal. You might think Michael Kendricks is going to fit in someplace. Maybe we sign
you
him.
can't count him. He hasn't signed.
Oh no, Andrew knows something. He knows something.
You breaking news here on the
I'm breaking
podcast?
news.
This is in.
Someone picking him up at the airport? What's going on?
No, Sheldon's like
They're
a
at-
loaded baked potato, but like loaded with all like there's zero
Yeah.
potato in there because it's loaded with so much other stuff.
I'm getting hungry. Stop.
It's basically just a giant potato skin. That's Sheldon. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's
All right, guys.
Okay,
Hey, Andrew,
Have a good night.
See ya.
you too, man.
He's done.
All right, we're done. All right,
That was an
guys.
abrupt.
We
Just
got one
all right,
more.
I'm
All
out
right,
of
yeah,
here.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hey, caller, who we got?
We lost him.
He's never calling back.
Hey, caller, who we got?
Oh, it's connecting. This computer's
Yeah.
slow.
You should just give us a signal for when it connects.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, who we got? Who's on the phone?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Wyatt from Texas.
Hey, Wyatt, what's going on?
Wyatt?
What's going on, fellas? So, I got a couple questions tonight. First and foremost, are the Jets about to get a first-round draft pick out of Teddy fucking Bridgewater?
No,
I swear that's the writing on the wall.
Listen to
I would
Yinka's
be-
conspiracy.
You got to hear
It's not a conspiracy.
Conspiracy!
I just think I think it'd be funny.
It makes no sense.
No.
Just-
What? No.
No,
It does- it does- it does-
Let Wyatt decide. Let Wyatt
Go,
decide.
go, Yinka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say Teddy Bridgewater gets fully healthy, no problems, whatever. All medical checks are good. He's looking good in OTAs.
Great.
How's he look, though?
Vikings are like, you know what? We really want to get this, fully guaranteed contract off the books and whatnot.
That we just said.
So what we're going to do is we're going to trade Kirk Cousins for Teddy Bridgewater. So that they can obviously reduce their cap hit and whatnot, and the Jets get the quarterback that they wanted to from the very beginning at a lower price than they originally were going to pay.
Wouldn't you be worried?
Freaking send it. Let's go. Bring back Teddy.
Wouldn't you be worried if the Jets were like, "Yes, this sounds great"?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would be, because that would be a terrible, terrible move for the Vikings organization.
Well, I mean, they're sending a first, right, with Teddy?
yeah, let's say that.
Oh well, okay,
let's say
yeah,
that.
I'm a
Let's say
little
that.
bit more on board.
They're setting
But,
him
like,
first too.
But like, if the Jets were like, "Yeah, no, Teddy's been great. You can have him," like, that would be a little bit like,
we owe you. What do you owe me for it? Yeah, for something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Listen,
worry about
it's
it.
going to happen. I mean, they went into the season knowing they're going to take a quarterback. I mean, everyone knew they were taking a quarterback with where they were picking.
Yep.
They have Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep.
He looks good. If he checks out the way we checked out, he's going to get at least 8 to 10 games to show how good he is. There's going to be a team out there that's going to start him. Like a la the Steelers or the Patriots, who have, a Tom Brady or a Ben Roethlisberger who says he's going to retire the past 5 years. So, you
Matt,
put Teddy Bridgewater in there.
The Patriots-
either with
hold
the
on.
Seriously,
Packers
the
or
Patriots
Steelers or
should
any
trade
kind of
for.
team
They
like
should
that.
trade for Teddy.
A, the Patriots should. B, How weird would it be to be Mason Rudolph? You get drafted by the Steelers and you find out that Ben Roethlisberger wants nothing to do with you, and he's just like, man, screw this guy.
And it's like,
and then they trade for Teddy Bridgewater.
Wait.
And it's like Mason Rudolph has to know that like you're not a threat to Ben Roethlisberger any whatsoever.
Also, Josh Dobbs is like, hey, what's up, guys?
Listen,
I'm an aerospace engineer.
Mason Rudolph knew the dice he was rolling with
That's
the school
true.
he played at. I mean, shit, that's not our fault. Play to trash school, you're gonna.
That's kind of. Fair. That's kind of fair.
Yeah, so this is all Mason Rudolph's fault.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing, I guess, Dalvin Cook, do y'all think he's going to be 100% ready to go, taking all the snaps?
Yeah.
Or do you think it'll be about halfway through the season? So we see 100%
I think it might take a game or two for him to get acclimated.
Maybe.
But I could see him
Really?
being
like more
fairly-
mentally and like the timing and rhythm.
just really feeling how that
Yeah.
feels.
That's true.
I think he's going to hit
takes
the
one.
ground running. No,
Yeah.
I think he's good.
Physically, I think he'll be 100%. Mentally, I think it might. You got to get into a little rhythm. I think. A
So
little bit,
I
but
should
not
sell
long.
my
Not long at
Latavius
all.
Murray dynasty shares.
No, hold on. Who knows, man? Hold on to him.
No, they'll each score 15.
Yeah, you think so? You don't think we see Dalvin Cook in the preseason whatsoever? I mean,
I think we will.
I think we will.
I think the only
Not
reason he's
much,
not
but-
participating in
yeah.
OTAs is because OTAs is useless for running backs anyway. I think
insurance
he's
and-
essentially fully like. I know that he's on schedule, or I guess he's ahead of schedule,
Mm-hmm.
so he shouldn't be like ready by now. But I think by the time training camp rolls around, he'll be ready to take hits and pads. So and I think he'll play in the preseason.
Last question. I see you guys are, big superhero fans over there, always rocking the superhero shirt. Most underrated superhero movie, go.
Underrated.
Unbreakable.
Oh wow! What a great pick! What a great pick!
I was waiting for that to say it.
That was good. That was
let me
good.
pick my answer.
Yeah, I was only
okay.
thinking within the
Unbreakable.
last 10 years, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I got nothing.
I don't know. I think the Marvel movies are generally pretty well rated, like appropriately.
It's tough to say any of them are underrated.
Right, yeah.
That's tough for me.
I think Spider-Man 2 is pretty.
I like that
pretty-
Spider-Man 2.
It's pretty rated.
Wait, we
appropriately.
talking about Sam Raimi Spider-Man, like way back?
Yeah, way back when.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero movies.
That's why I said I think it's.
can say
Go back and
not good. Stand here and wait.
Uncle Ben's like, stop rebooting this stuff. I'm tired of dying.
Let's download
Well, all
it
right,
on
guys, I'm
LimeWire.
sitting.
All right, man.
I'm sitting outside the gym, about to run inside.
Love
so I'll
it.
holler at y'all next week.
All right, man.
All right.
See you, Wyatt.
Thanks.
All right, later.
So with Homecoming, we're pretty happy that they just didn't do the origin story again.
Just go right in.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should do that for every Batman movie going forward. Just stop.
We're good.
Yeah.
We get it.
All right.
Bats.
To
the man.
Complete 180. Finishing up with the crying. So, Berserker, 1971. Time he cried, 1998 season. My grandmother had passed away right at the end of the season. The playoffs helped my grandfather and I to have something to talk about. The loss to Atlanta to end the run took the distraction away and let everything sink in with my grandmother gone. That's
Wow.
It's a heavy.
That's
chills,
heavy.
man.
That's
heavy.
chills.
I feel like there's a lot of sports stories like that, though, because sports is generally like the happy distraction. It gives you something to talk about, and then just to have it end like that, no bueno.
Yeah.
No. And lastly, Strum 0507 Cubs winning the World Series. Screw you. That's all. I feel like the Cubs winning took away from the brand because now they're just arrogant Northside a-holes.
Yeah, I remember talking about this. That like. There are people that wanted the Cubs to lose just because, like, it takes something away from baseball that the curse is gone.
Although they've kind of established themselves as a dynasty, so people may not like. I mean, a little. At least
you gotta win
continue
too?
a contender.
Yeah.
Dynasty is the wrong word, but
dynasty's the wrong word. You got to win at least 2.5.
Yeah, ask Pete Carroll.
They're consistently a contender, though, and I don't know if that's a terrible thing for the Cubs specifically. Like to kind of go from the losers to
They need to be bad. Like
it's just
they will be. I mean, that's
so I agree with you, and I'm totally okay with the Cubs like winning, but I get the argument that like there's like a part of baseball culture that's lost with like the Cubs finally winning something.
Sure.
I just think that sports creates its own culture constantly, so sometimes you'll lose bits, and then sometimes you'll gain bits. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Screw the Cubs.
I mean, but alternatively, screw the Cubs.
Also, you can't like the Indians because like it's a messed up mascot and all that. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know we were still talking about baseball.
Cut that clip and put it on the zone coverage mascot.
I mean, Curry is so bad.
I thought Tom was being hella racist right there. And
plus, like,
I like all the races except for that one.
Oh, wow. I'm going to get such a huge raise.
you're welcome.
Yeah, keep going.
take it. Yeah, like New Delhi's so ghetto. I hate to see Old Delhi. All right, from friend of the show, Jason Brown. Which member of the ALAF team would win a rap battle? Who would be the first person to fire below the belt shot in a rap battle?
Luke wins. You fireball.
Okay, first of all,
yeah.
I would win.
I'm the answer to both of those
You would
questions.
definitely be the first person to go below the belt.
Hey, appreciate support, but I'm not winning that.
Wait, this isn't a B-Rabbit situation. You're more Cheddar Bob?
Yeah, for sure, dude. And I accept that role.
I think we have to do this summer now.
No, we have
No.
to.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
But you're a writer. You can spit rhymes.
We have to.
I don't freestyle much, but I write it like such.
This is a rap battle though, so you would have time to write your rhymes.
Yeah. It turns into a best man speech where you get like, or a maid of honor speech. Yeah. Every wedding, like generally the best man speech, about 2 minutes. Stupid drunken story from college. You're good to go. You're good. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
You outkick your coverage, buddy.
Yeah.
Then the maid of honor speech gets up with like 10 sheets of paper.
Yeah.
And
Already crying. Already crying.
half of them are inside jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Remember the time the hair dryer blew out?
Yeah.
Ah!
What?
like tropical
happened to
Skittles, right,
That
Marissa?
Right?
Yeah.
That's why gay weddings are awesome.
Yeah.
They do not hold back.
They
4
are.
minutes total.
They are.
Right?
They very much are.
The next chapter, banana phase. Boom.
Second part of
17-minute long speech.
second part of Chase's question: how would Zimmer's defense need to change if Michael Kendricks was added and Barr was traded?
Not much, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Kendricks bros and double A cup. I feel
That would be weird, honestly.
like. Oh, if Michael Kendricks came to the Vikings, they have to do like those '90s era posters where
Like the 3D poster?
yeah, or like the Saints linebacker crew when they had like Pat Swilling and those jabronis, like a Dome Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Troy Aikman dressed up like an actual cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's where Skip Bayless got that take.
Was it, that's how you get...
That's also a deep cut.
But that's how you could get the Zim Reaper's nickname to stick. Just put
Yeah.
out the 90s style poster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or no,
Wasn't it Burger King? Burger King made that,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
of all people and chains and restaurants, you got to go to get
Yeah.
this sick.
They didn't make
Yeah.
it. They just had an
Poster.
exclusive deal
Oh,
with...
well, I think that's where I got mine. That's what I
Yeah.
say. I don't
Yeah.
know where else you got them, right? You had to go to BK. That was great.
what's the score of the hockey game?
It is 1-1 Vegas.
Hey, there we go. Wake me up when it's 5-4.
Vegas?
1-1 Vegas and Cap. Sorry.
Got it.
Yeah, the
Which would
Vegas
be
winning.
off topic, but Burger King,
Yep.
McDonald's. Do you guys remember the collapsible cups that came in like Happy
McShakers?
Meals?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank goodness. I ran that by like 4 people today. They had no idea what I was
I
talking
totally
about.
remember that.
happened to those?
Was that the same around the same time like McDonald's was doing the Pogs promotions?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because I remember you had to. So in the Happy Meals, you could get parts of the Apollo 13 rocket that was meant to store Pogs. Like it was
remember.
so weird.
I remember it.
Yeah.
It was like, yep, I remember that.
That was. And I ended up getting like a McDonald's Slammer that sucked.
Lost all my pogs. McDonald's.
There are sad stories with the Reef.
And
Well, I mean, it's just it was a bad.
Yeah,
it was a
it was-
poorly weighted Slammer. You had to get your
that
own
was the
Slammer.
key with the slammer.
Yeah.
You know, the weight. How
Tom,
big
bring up
is that?
Weezer's "Rains Down in Africa" cover because
I hate how much I like this cover.
Nick
I haven't
asked,
heard it yet. I've-
what 80s or 90s song would you like Weezer to cover next?
There's a really good NPR article about how this cover is like pointless and meaningless, and it's note for note for it to be interesting, and it's 100% right, and I still love it.
I feel like Weezer
It has to be another like empty song because like Africa is like one of the emptiest songs of all time to get popular. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it just sounds good.
Yeah, it just sounds good. The lyrics are nonsense.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like,
Oh boy.
what is a song like this though? There's something that's not quite clicking in my head right now. Not uncommon.
Achy
but-
Breaky Heart.
Yeah,
What, Sugar Ray's Fly?
Yeah,
that would be funny.
Iconic.
What about Big Me? I could see Weezer covering that. Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
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 That'd be fun. Like but it has to be like a Weezer version. It can't
What about like Incubus?
Yeah, that's
like,
the whole
just
thing with these. They have to have the Weezer little
Yeah.
flavor.
What
to
about
it.
like Bush or Incubus and just like double
Incubus would
down
be
on the
weird.
craziness?
like a Sublime song?
Yeah, yeah, that would be perfect. God,
Is this Mark Schofield's favorite song?
Yeah. This is like go-to.
Like meme level?
There is a small Weezerness to it. Like you
Yeah.
can hear it. Like, oh yeah, that's
the
Weezer.
Beverly Hills, like yeah,
Yeah, but like, especially with the guitar, but like, it's still kind of too faithful a cover.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man.
God,
Like,
this is
why are you
Weezer.
covering it if it's basically note for note?
It's too similar.
Yeah.
It's like when Diddy did the song with Sting or whatever.
What, Desert Rose? No, it
Isn't it?
wasn't Desert Rose.
No, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it was like the
yeah.
same song
Yeah.
with Faith Hill. I think it was.
Oh
as well,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Weezer.
All right, Matt McKeon, 73. I had a joke about which bar was less likely to return next season, Anthony or Roseanne, but it looks like it's been answered already.
That's great.
That's good.
That's pretty.
I've been seeing a lot of tweets in my timeline that refer to Bar.
Yeah.
And they're talking about Roseanne. I'm like, who has ever talked about Roseanne using her last name?
Yeah.
It's
That's
a great,
so
it's
weird.
Like Knowles, if you said that.
All right, now, who is crazier, Roseanne or her former lover, Tom Arnold?
what happened to Tom Arnold?
Did he wither away after the Best Damn Sports Show period? Was that his last thing?
If it is, that's perfect.
Wow.
That's
Forgot
perfect.
about that.
Yeah, probably Roseanne.
Definitely Roseanne.
Yeah. No, she literally had a show called Roseanne is Nuts about her stupid macadamia nut farm
Oh yeah,
in deep cable.
yeah.
Which-
that definitely happened.
Which is all
jungle.
cable nowadays. Yeah. At the Crowbar, who wins if the team held a one-on-one basketball tournament with the Vikings? I mean, Rudy.
Oh,
No,
one-on-one.
one-on-one, though.
One-on-one.
One-on-one?
That'd be tough.
Diggs
Diggs
maybe
would be
speed.
nasty.
Who shoots the J?
Who shoots the J?
Oh no, Thielen.
Well, no,
Thielen can
no.
shoot
You
from Jenny.
have to. Yeah, Thielen is a basketball
Yeah.
player,
Yeah.
but you have to figure out what the rules are. If it's 3-2, then probably Thielen. But if it's 2-1, probably Rudolph.
or Diggs. Just gets to the basket every time.
I bet you.
I don't think
I bet
Diggs
you
does it.
Slaughter's like low key good at
I
basketball.
can see him being low-key good.
Yeah.
What about Everson? Just kind of fundamentals.
Daniil.
Back to the basket.
You got the length and you got the ass.
Daniil.
I could see Daniil being
Daniil would be good, but we don't know what his
horrible at
basketball
free
is.
No, I don't think
handle?
Daniil.
Can he handle?
I don't think Daniil's a basketball player.
No, he's got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Shaq free
Right.
throw.
Daniil would be like Stanley in the
yeah,
office.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
That was too good. I wish people could see that.
It'd be great is if TJ Clemmings was still on the roster because he's actually a
Ooh.
pretty good candidate.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah.
Like he wanted to play basketball.
Conklin's got the basketball background.
Yeah.
That's true.
He might be able to do something.
David Morgan, maybe.
6'3" power forward.
I still think it's probably Rudy
Really?
if you've got
At this point?
if you've got rules. Yeah, if you've got rules that encourage driving the lane.
Shoot it.
Who wins the game of 21?
That you have to have a little bit of everything.
No tips,
Thielen.
right?
Thielen.
No
No.
tips, right? Good.
Do you have to call your own fouls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everson?
No, I mean Diggs.
Foul.
Yeah,
Foul.
I feel like Diggs would thrive in that 21.
I don't
Maybe.
think he's big enough to hang.
Yeah,
That's why I think Everson
Everson's
could
good.
win.
Everson's good.
Yeah.
How about Cook?
No.
No.
Sorry, where
I
did
don't
that
think-
come
I
from?
don't think those are-
Terrence Newman, old man game, please.
I don't know. None of the guys on the Vikings roster strike me as like huge ballers. Besides
Terrence
obviously-
Newman is. I bet you he's got the Ray Allen jump shot.
I could see that.
Yeah,
You know who I bet is like sneaky way good at basketball? Brian Robinson.
could be.
He's got
Really?
a 41.5-inch vert.
Really?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, he's got the same foot as Xavier.
Wow. Still?
I mean, probably not still.
He'd be good in the first half, and then he's like, I'm tired, dude.
I'm out.
I'm taking a pay cut. Yeah. Notice code DN is at Chad Greenway 52 Reese burner account.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I mean,
He unfollowed me, man. What is that?
Who?
Chad. I'm like the second person he followed. First person he tweeted at.
unfollowed you?
He unfollowed me.
Chad.
You're probably being too negative
Hey,
about the
this
team.
is
That's probably true.
you should DM him about it. Oh,
Ooh.
he probably doesn't have open DMs.
No, he doesn't. Chad's a wholesome guy.
So, given what happened with Jerry Colangelo, I mean, how many of the 30...
Ryan Colangelo.
Whatever. Yeah, Jerry's still fine. Of the 32 NFL GMs, how many do you think have a burner account?
All
on
of
Twitter?
them.
Jerry Jones most definitely has
But
at least
like,
3.
Yeah.
how many of them are like active and defend the GM?
Right.
Actually, I'll rephrase. Which NFL GM is most likely to go Colangelo on the bit?
Jerry.
Jera.
But
Well, we have to pick someone
can't
more
type-
interesting than that.
Yeah.
He has to have someone to type. No,
And Steven famously holds him back all the time.
Yeah, I gotta.
the guy who cleans Jerry's glasses, like the guy below him is the guy that tweets from.
Yeah, now that Scott McLuhan's only a consultant.
Before he got fired, maybe Sashi.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Because there's no way he
Right.
no way he likes his
Owner
coach.
wise, 100% Jed York.
But like, wait, hold on. Well, okay, yes.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
But also,
For sure.
Tony Khan, who is not a GM
Yeah.
or technically an owner, is
yeah.
insanely active.
Yes.
And
No?
pretty defensive
Yeah.
when you make fun of the analytics department that the Jaguars have.
His burner handle is Anthony Khan. Totally incognito.
Man, we don't know a ton about GM personalities because Jeff Ireland's gone, right? Because it would have been him.
If Wade Phillips became a GM.
Oh, wait, I mean, obviously.
No, I think Jeff Ireland's like assistant to the regional GM with the Saints.
Then
Oh,
him.
really?
Yeah, it's him.
Can't keep up.
I think he unfairly gets credit for that draft last year. You know?
Then it's him.
Yeah, probably.
So Spielman's account is just his burner account.
No,
He doesn't even have
Yeah.
right. He doesn't have
Well,
the
no,
official.
I mean,
blue mark
he's
check
already
mark.
confirmed
He
that he
does
has an
have
account
one.
on Twitter
Yes.
that he doesn't tweet from. He just
And
follows.
we know
from.
what
right.
it is. I don't
We
know if
do?
we want to say it on the show.
We do.
We know what it is. It was in our Slack. We suggested one person.
That's right.
And it might be that person.
It's definitely not.
No way.
Look back in the
I
Slack.
haven't read the Slack.
Definitely
I'll
not.
look in the Slack.
I remember.
No.
It's definitely not.
To have perfect cover, it'd have to be like Skull Husker 69, so that way he can follow all the players and JD.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot. That's great.
So JD will make it.
So
to
someone
League, right?
looked through.
Oh, yeah.
Someone looked through everybody who follows JD and Spielman's other son,
Yeah.
whose name I don't know, and cross-referenced everybody who followed both of them with people who follow like Vikings accounts, and like no one came up.
Yeah.
So if Spielman has a burner, he's not following his family. Which is smart in retrospect.
But that probably is very awkward at the dinner table.
What?
How
Why
come you
would he
unfollowed
talk
me,
about
Dad?
his burner at the dinner table?
Just be like,
Like, I just text you. Why do I need to follow you?
or just talk to you.
That's classic family talk. Classic dad talk. What? Why would I follow you on Twitter when I can just text you?
Do you know how angry my mom got when we were not friends on Facebook?
Oh, I convinced
yeah,
my mom
moms
not
and
to get a Facebook.
though. Yeah, I mean they'll get.
Oh no, you wouldn't like Facebook, Mom. It's full of memes. You wouldn't like it.
You mean the memes? No, gifs. GIFs? Yes.
I forgot who had this tweet, but it was a great one. It was like, NFL, yeah, Facebook and my tweet, and then NFL, I have 5 burner accounts. Or something like that. Yeah. At Chase Hansen 77, would y'all sign Michael Kendricks if it guaranteed Diggs and Hunter being resigned,
Talked
but
about
also
that a little
guaranteed
bit.
Barr being free to walk? So basically, you're swapping out Barr for Hunter and Diggs.
Yeah, because I want Hunter and Diggs.
You want to know for sure
at all
that
costs.
you get
Yeah.
Hunter and Diggs
Yeah,
at all
absolutely.
costs, and Barr maybe a little bit more replaceable than
Yeah,
those guys.
I
Completely
think
agree.
Barr. I think.
Man,
Hunter and
replaceable is
Diggs.
a difficult word to use for
That's
Barr,
true.
but
You're
yeah,
right.
I
You're
get
right.
it.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, we'll just find another 6'5", 260-pound guy who runs the 4.6. Just go down to Home Depot.
Okay.
Buy a 12-pack. At Luke Braun NFL, who on the Vikings has the worst food takes?
Diggs had a really bad
Lindsey.
one.
Oh.
The other day. Lindsey.
What was it?
He chose flats over drums.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's not a
that
bad
stirred
take.
up a lot of
okay
controversy.
We
though, which
because
it always does
on the Climbing Pocket we had that a couple weeks
Always.
ago, and we're still kind of butting heads on it. But
It's a fine take.
I prefer flats because you can do the fancy, like, pulling
You're
the
so
bone
good
out
with
thing.
the flats.
Andy's a wizard.
Andy's
with flats.
really good with flats. I've
That's not
watched
fair.
them. It's an art. It's
That's
artwork.
Not fair.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. Cartoon.
Me and Joey Chestnut and that lady who has the world record. And she's amazing.
And Andy's also not afraid. Like his hands are usually dirty the entire time. I don't like that. I like my hands to be like
you got to go in with like no reservation.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Will you wear gloves next time you eat wings? Will you be that guy?
I'll use a fork. I'll tell you that.
Oh wow!
Class.
I feel like that's even worse.
When
Plastic one.
when Brock Vereen was on the team, he ended up tweeting out that he doesn't like breakfast, which is just an all-time terrible take.
Brock is a weird
that's
dude,
sketchy.
though. He's a. If you met Brock,
No.
he's a really weird dude. And if you even follow him on Twitter, he's like.
Yeah, that's how I found because I was following him on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's weird based off of the tweets that I saw. Doesn't like breakfast, particularly hates cereal and milk, but also just dislikes pancakes and waffles. And it's like, man, these are just like the worst food takes I've ever seen.
How can you hate breakfast?
I don't know. It's the best. I have breakfast for dinner all the time.
Wait, it's your favorite meal.
It's more the foods associated with
Yeah.
it are
Breakfast
often
is-
among my favorites.
Breakfast
I
has
still-
become my
If I'm
favorite.
choosing
Really?
between like
Yeah.
a steak dinner and breakfast for dinner, I'm choosing the steak
Yeah,
dinner.
'cause
So it's not
dinner's
Because you
my
can have
favorite.
steak for breakfast.
You can also have steak for breakfast.
Yeah.
Most
Steak
places
and eggs.
that give you like steak and eggs.
What are your
overcook the
favorite
steak.
breakfast
Yeah.
like items? Do you go
Bacon.
like skillets? Do you go omelets? Do you go, or is it just pancakes,
The
waffles?
You gotta
the
start with a
crab
pancake.
cake Benedict that
Wow.
that
Wow.
Uptown Diner has
that's
and
really
Louisiana
good.
Cafe
Wow.
That's really
incredible.
there?
Maybe my favorite.
Wakes me up. Yeah.
He asked what my favorite was,
Yeah, no,
so I
you went
had to
there.
go with the.
How about a
Beautiful.
standard fare that you can just cook in your kitchen?
Oh, a normal breakfast
Yeah.
food.
You got to get one of the French toast, pancake, or waffle, and one of the sausage or bacon.
So here's the problem.
No eggs?
No, you got to have eggs.
yeah,
You
it's-
gotta
So
have eggs.
here's the problem. There are some days I
eggs.
prefer pancakes and some days I prefer waffles.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
And so I was when the timeline was having a pancakes versus waffle debate, like 2 years ago.
Seems like yesterday.
I had
man.
to, yeah, right. I had to stay off because I was just
Yeah.
like, depends on the
No,
day.
that's why I say one of. Like,
And-
you just have to get
yeah.
their
And
generalities.
pancake over
you just
waffle,
gotta-
or it's
I'm
interchangeable?
I'm actually really heavily on the waffle side and not the pancake.
Really? I'm a
Really?
pancake guy.
I don't
like
really like
pancakes, I
pancakes
think, too.
mostly because of
If
how
they're-
mushy they get when you have the syrup.
See, but the flip side is that you can overcook the waffle.
yeah, that it does get
Yeah.
really frustrating
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You ever had chocolate chip pancakes?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad
I'll
used
wake
to do.
you
My
up.
dad loved doing
Yeah.
breakfast.
Y- y'all speaking German to me. Give me give me your ideal home breakfast plate. All right, we'll go around the horn. Reef.
Hash browns that you've got like some peppers and a bunch of shit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Have you ever had a sous vide egg? I mean, you probably have.
Yeah.
63-degree eggs. You just set it at 63 degree your Celsius, your sous vide thing to 63 degrees Celsius. It's like a poached egg, but better. It's so good.
Is that what you cooked for me that morning at training camp?
I think so.
That's romantic.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
Probably.
Those were really good. is
Probably
why I
a
asked.
little bit of last night's pot roast.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
Power move.
real good breakfast, right? Bacon that's been baked in the oven.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so. If
Do
you
you-
got the time,
do you
you
do
do
it-
it too,
do you
right?
do it
That's the only way I
caramelized
do
No
bacon.
question.
with something?
Oh,
You chug-
so good.
If I'm doing it in the oven, I very often like
caramel-
brown sugar.
brown sugar.
Yeah.
If you want to have some really, really good bacon, if you've ever gone, go to Fogo de Chao for brunch.
I
Their
bet.
bacon,
I
their
bet.
bacon there
I
is
bet.
amazing.
I bet.
I bet.
Oh my goodness! One of
And
the
then
best.
and then probably I'll throw another starch in there to go with and also some orange juice. Probably another starch is probably the pancakes at this point. Yeah, butter, syrup. Not too much syrup. You don't want to get too mushy.
yeah,
but-
exactly.
Yinka?
Yeah. I'm very much a meat lover, so I'll take the bacon, I'll take the sausage. I prefer I really like links, but patties are really good as well too. It depends on the day. or who makes it. I could either go omelet or I could either go like scrambled eggs with like some cheese on the top.
And if I'm getting a poached egg or something, I also have rye toast.
Okay.
Add that to
Links over patty though.
I take links.
I like links.
You really have a patty guy.
I love links.
We had this on the Climbing Pocket a few months ago. I said patty, but I also really love the taste of.
I like links sliced into mini patties. It's meta. It's like it's like how pepperoni is
ultra mini,
like how pepperoni is actually a sausage.
but it is a sausage. That's not.
Yeah.
Is that controversial?
Well, it's like what kind of pizza? Like pepperoni sausage.
Oh, kind of.
Well, but they mean Italian sausage, obviously.
Sorry.
And then I've started experimenting. So if I'm not doing like a waffle or something, I'll do like a lemon poppy seed muffin.
Yeah, those are good.
And I'll just like divide it up, and it's really good.
I like that. Really runny eggs, so I can dip that toast in there and get that kind of everything bite, right? Sausage links. I'm a links guy. Chocolate chip pancakes on the side. I'm a big donut connoisseur guy too. I love good donuts.
Really?
Yeah.
And I haven't been to a lot of the like Voodoo Donuts and a lot of the local stuff, but
You been to Glamdale?
Yes, they kill their donuts.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, you always want to bake it if you can, but nuke it for like 12 seconds, get a little hot. Oh, so good.
Just when you don't want it too much where the glaze kind of like is on the, but you want it to just like be dripping off just a tiny bit.
Actually, I kind of like it when the glaze is completely set.
I don't like. I like it to just be like oozing just a little bit.
Nah, I'm not about that.
So reasonably, what I could cook: eggs over easy, salsa, cheese.
Ooh, you go
avocado.
a little Mexican route.
Ranchos.
Yeah.
A little sour cream in my hash browns. You ever do sour cream in your hash browns?
Back in my college days, I would take those like frozen tiny burritos,
Yeah.
microwave that, put salsa on it, sour cream on it, and then just throw like a fried egg on top.
Sounds so good.
Oh, a little
I
fried.
was I'm having a fancy
it.
breakfast.
The other addition I
I'm a
like.
fancy boy. Look, Jetty's a fancy boy.
I like to have a smoothie with breakfast.
Oh
A
yeah.
little frozen fruit, orange juice,
That's good too.
yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I'm 23 and a half hours into a 24-hour fast, so this is very interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right, so for me, thick cut bacon. Also,
Yeah,
like
baked.
Italian sausage brats. That's a power move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead of like breakfast sausage. And then you get a pan ripping hot. And then you take like a spatula with some butter, get that going. And then you got 8 scrambled eggs.
Oh, God.
8 eggs with like salt and pepper and like some fresh chive. And then just soft scrambled eggs. It takes like 30 seconds. Win the freaking day.
This is like watching that Munchie series on YouTube. Field, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They just follow like different athletes with extreme diets, and they
Yeah.
do like
Oh, wow.
a 10-minute episode
Cool.
on them. Yeah, so
that's cool.
So there's like a person with like a 10,000 calorie diet, or
Wow.
like a
I'd
ballerina
be
has like an
interested in that.
insanely intense diet.
Wow.
It's really cool. They
Oh,
have like
yeah,
a vegan MMA fighter,
Yeah.
so you can
Dang.
figure out what like his diet is.
Oh, yeah. I actually did see the Strongman episode of that.
Right?
Yeah.
That dude was, he might have been the best one. He
Yeah.
was cool. He even did a follow-up episode where he answered everyone's questions, where he was like, stop asking me questions.
What's your favorite breakfast place? Like if you can go sit down.
Louisiana
There's a-
Cafe.
Jensen's
Oh, wow.
in Burnsville. I don't know,
Huh.
Andy, that's more south of the river, but Jensen's in Burnsville is phenomenal.
I think I've been there.
It's really good.
For sure. Yeah.
There's a place down University. It's called Egg and I.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I live
yeah.
right behind
Yeah.
that.
Really
That
nice-
one's really good.
Really nice one.
There's a donut shop around here, too, we went to. We played Blitz.
Yeah,
Where was
that
that?
was pretty
It was
cool.
right on University Street.
I think that donut shop's gone now.
Have you gone to Grandview Grill, St. Paul?
No, I haven't.
That place is really good. Old school diner.
Uptown Diner is pretty good.
What is the other big
Yeah,
breakfast
Hilo.
place
I've never
around
been to
here?
Hilo, but I heard that's really
Yeah,
good.
I've never been to Hilo.
Or actually, I have a hot take. Any bar that serves breakfast.
Ooh, that's
It's always
are
phenomenal.
there many though?
Like, yeah.
No, speaking of bar
I mean, I
atmospheres
know
for
the
breakfast.
Free House.
I mean, Al's breakfast is legitimate.
That's what I was
Yeah,
trying to
that's
ask
good.
you.
Right?
That's what I was
Yeah,
asking.
yeah, it's hard to get into.
The
but yeah.
popular place
But yeah,
around
that's
here.
the problem is that they've got like 12 seats and everyone wants to go there. So
Yeah.
Down-
if you eliminated the wait time, Al's breakfast is probably number one for me.
Yeah.
because it's so good.
Yeah.
Switching away from food. Thank goodness.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Whoops.
I'm gonna like motorboat and do terrible things to some wings. At Goble like Noble, which current Vikings are Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, AOL, and Earthlink?
Earthlink was underrated for a while. Earthlink was cheap. It gave you just as fast internet as all the other dial-ups.
All right, so Gmail, the gold standard, to be Harrison, right?
Yeah.
Harrison.
Yep.
Hotmail used to be important.
Well, if Adrian was still on the team.
That's good.
Adrian would be Hotmail.
Would Rudolph be Hotmail?
Yeah, I could see
be
Rudolph be
Hotmail.
Hotmail.
I feel like there's got to be a little bit of
There's
corniness
still people.
to it.
There's still people that have Hotmail.
Right, I know, but there's who's corny and was good.
A lot of youngins on the roster.
yeah.
Newman's up there. I'm trying to think just who the oldies are.
And I don't think
B-Rob,
Brian. I don't think Brian
Newman.
Robinson
No,
really
No,
fits.
he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go with
Tom Compton? No, he was never good, though.
Yeah, I guess Kyle Rudolph's the best fit.
Yeah.
Yahoo, where you only sign up because you play fantasy there.
Right. Everson.
Yeah,
He is kind of a Yahoo.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
AOL.
Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
I'm into it.
I bet you he still has an AOL. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cousin 69.
Kirksey8 at AOL.com. Email me. And last but not least, Earthlink.
Ooh.
He said it's underrated, so
Underrated and cheap. Cheryl's.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
m.sherrills at earthlink.net.
Yeah.
go. At the real Forno, assuming Michael Kendrick signs, would the Vikings risk moving Barr to a third down pass rusher role without giving him an extension?
absolutely not.
He's not an edge rusher. Not anymore. People keep on saying that he's going to look for edge rusher money, and just like Jamie Collins didn't get edge rusher money. When you stop being an edge rusher in college and they put you in linebacker, that's just what you end up being in the NFL. You can't switch back.
He could look. You won't find it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's not going to get edge rusher money, and the Vikings aren't going to make him an edge rusher after they've spent all this time making him into a really good linebacker. And there's also no way that if they have both Kendricks and Barr on the roster, that they're going to do anything to accommodate Kendricks over Barr. Sorry, Michael Kendricks.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Well, sentiment remains the same with the other Kendricks.
Right.
Yeah. At the Bird Abides, when we lost in the NFC title game, Zimmer said that predictability may be partly blamed for the loss. Do we know how Zimmer plans to address this predictability? How would you deal with that? Day drinking.
I mean, he's moved away from the AA gap blitz a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think he shows the same 9-man
front,
look,
but yeah, he's
they
no
do a
longer-
lot more games up front than they used
That'll
to.
probably never change either.
No. Yeah, you'll
part
still
of
see
what
that a couple
makes
times.
it so aggressive and
Right, and he
easy
also
to disguise.
He also switched up from a bunch of the pattern match stuff that they used to do after Miami. I think of all teams,
Oh wow,
killed it in 2014.
The Mike Wallace game.
Yeah.
Teddy Jarius Ray got one in there.
One
Yeah.
of the most beautiful passes
So
we've
great.
seen from Teddy to
Jennings? Yeah,
oh my
that was
goodness.
great.
Jarius Ray one too was
that was good too.
slot,
Yeah.
little quick red zone shot.
But yeah, after that game, the coverages look different. Was Zimmer only talking about the defense? Because offensively, they've addressed it by getting a new offensive coordinator
Again,
and a new quarterback. So yeah, I don't know that there's anything that needs to be addressed. They'll play more games up front with the defensive line. Maybe they'll have a heavier defensive line rotation, which I know is one of the questions that we got. And at the back end, from a coverage perspective, I'm not that worried about that.
Do we see something that I've been thinking about? Is do we see more dime packages now? Do we see?
I'd
them,
like to.
Yeah, we could
you
see
know,
that.
Yeah,
I'd like
them
to.
bringing in another cornerback. Potentially another. Just switching. Maybe even seeing another safety come in.
3-3-5 look
Right.
or a 3-5.
Yeah,
look.
just to be able to have the flexibility to play both the run and the pass a little bit more so.
Yeah, no,
I think both those
sure
formations
Yeah.
they could.
So think about it. I
again,
think
with
we'll
the
see
depth.
dime more often than anything like a big nickel because I just don't see that you've got a safety on the roster that can play man to man, which you kind of want with a big nickel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll see packages that put more defensive backs on the field.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the last question is very numbers intensive. So here we go. Alex DiPeresky, build your Vikings 8-man D-line rotation for the upcoming season with snap distribution similar to the 2017 Eagles. So edge, D-end was Graham 64, Curry 50.
There's too many
four
numbers.
four guys on each.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'll say this. We've been hearing about the Vikings rotating their defensive line
For years.
since, I think, Brad Childress. Like, we've been hearing about them trying to get a heavier defensive line rotation forever. And the closest we got were the Everson Griffin, Daniil Hunter, basically designated pass rusher roles, where they ended up taking a lot of the sub packages. But for whatever reason, maybe it's because Sharif Floyd gets hurt or, Linval Joseph gets hurt or whatever, they just really haven't had a defensive line rotation. I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'll see it when I see it. Even Zimmer had a better defensive line rotation with the Bengals than he did with the Vikings. The Vikings' defensive linemen are just so good they command so many snaps, it's difficult to get a rotation in there. So I don't think we'll see a heavy one. And, maybe we'll see B-Rob rotate in a lot, but we already saw that. Maybe we'll see Tayshaun Bauer rotate in more.
Like I keep asking you and bringing up to you guys, who's going to play that backup joker role, that B-Rob stands up in that nickel, that 3-down lineman, he stands up. Who's the next guy in line?
Jalen Holmes.
Who's going to be that guy? I don't know. Is it Stephen Weatherly? Is it Bauer? Is it somebody we don't know of yet? I don't know. But they have the bodies back there. I'd like to see Weatherly and Bauer both get some more snaps, but I think you're right. There's too big of a drop-off from a Everson to one of those guys right now.
And I actually was going to say, I kind of want to see Everson even more so get off the field a little bit more.
Me too.
Yeah,
maybe drop him to 55% of snaps. I mean,
that's a lot.
I know that's a lot. a lot. But I'm kind of hoping that you can keep him that fresh.
Fresh and so clean.
So clean. Yeah. But do we have the depth behind Everson Griffin to be able to do that?
Right now he's like a 980 snap kind of guy.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm dropping him down to 550.
True.
I would be. I think the lowest I would go with Everson is 65%, and I'd still probably keep him around 70. It's everywhere else where I'd like to see more rotation. The problem is, like we mentioned before, not a ton of nose tackle depth. Yeah. We have to see more from Jaleel Johnson and potentially see a lot out of Jalen Holmes to see kind of that rotation there. But there's some promising potential for rotation there, even though you just got Sheldon Richardson. And then with Daniil and B-Rob and maybe Tayshaun Bauer, maybe Stephen Weatherly, you might be able to see a lot of rotation there. And then on third downs, you could see a lot of potential defensive ends, like a NASCAR package that the Giants used to have in their Super Bowl runs.
Explain to people what the NASCAR package is.
They had 4 defensive ends on the field.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal for pass rushing. Yeah.
So fun.
Vikings had something somewhat similar to that in 2009 with...
Well, they just had Kevin Williams on there, who technically he was a defensive end his rookie year.
Well, because they also rotated in... Everson Griffin wasn't on that squad yet, right?
Wasn't he? I thought it was Jared B-Rob.
And then Ray Edwards.
And then, Ray Edwards and then Kevin Williams.
Yeah, so they rotated. And then Everson Griffin would obviously play the... Did he play the 3-tech or did he play the...
Everson did start out playing a bunch of 3-tech and nickel packages.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm starting to come around full circle, and I was like, at the end of the day, you're thinking, is this a spot where we want to take Everson Griffin and Daniil Hunter off the field?
Right, yeah, and I think that's kind of the trap that every Vikings coach has fallen into.
Yeah. Whereas, Cincy, fully understand that. You're not taking Geno Atkins off the field, but the other guys, like Michael Johnson, Carlos Dunlap.
All right. Wallace Gilberry.
Yeah.
Keep him on the field, man. Let's see what he could do.
Who's the German guy that had Hunt?
Margus Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love when the Hard...
I liked him.
I just love when the Hard Knocks, Mike Brown asking, is Margus making any friends? It's fair. It's fair, dog. What's coming up from you guys this week?
I got a piece on Mac Alexander that I have to begin working on before I can even start writing it. Sorry, Tom.
I got to get a game plan going this week. Don't know. Going to see the wife this weekend, so I got to get a game plan going and get back.
Oh, because she left you.
Right.
Dude, don't bring it up. On a jet plane. I can bring it up. I can't bring it up. Dude.
We can call each other that.
Yank, how about you?
Still...
Nothing. All right.
Nothing.
Cool.
Yeah, nothing.
Crickets.
Still nothing.
Tom, membership swag.
Yeah, $23.99. You can get the My Burger, the Buffalo Wild Wings card. We should have some reef-based stuff coming up soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a shirt.
Yeah,
just a shirt with a. Oh, find that banner that used to be in the old studio, the one that looked like a reef, except it was like a citizen.
Yeah.
Just put that on a shirt,
dude,
and people will think it's a reef.
My thing is I have been producing a lot of music for a lot of different things. So you need some music for your podcast.
Or give me the new Hans Zimmer.
Is it just all a hot sax?
No, actually, it's. I mean, I just hop on GarageBand and I
love GarageBand.
Can just
it's fun.
Put together some melodies and some drop
Luke freestyle raps.
Exactly.
Yo.
Also, I want to get this on the record. Tom, what swag do you have in your car that you're going to give me this evening?
Oh, plenty. But I gotta keep that on the DL.
Do we get this?
I probably have one.
Nick, what do you mean we? What have you been doing?
I'm speaking French, man. Come on.
Well, like, could anybody actually like buy these if we could sell them?
Yeah, when we have our store up, we should have.
Is this exclusive?
To me right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
I can look for one and see.
I just like it. It looks good.
eat.
No,
Let's go eat. I'm hungry.
Next week we should all show up in those and enter like what
are those?
From Dodgeball,
Yeah.
Oh, the Vipers?
Yeah. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iRadio. Listen to Hour 1. Do that up. Zonecoverage.com/machine. But for Luke and Yanka and Arif and Tom, I'm Andy. And I'm excited about it.